Hi, my name is Jim Dugan. I'm a commercial real estate broker with Newmark Knight Frank. Today I have great pleasure to introduce a fellow Villanova Wildcat, Jeff Lipson, CEO of Layer 8 Security.
We have a unique corporate culture at Layer 8 Security. It's kind of a combination of military camaraderie and left coast, big tech, liberalism, and it creates a very fun environment. Our first corporate motto is have fun. And from that, we're looking for teammates who have a myriad of skills, not necessarily pigeonholed in one area. Some are going to be more technical, the ones that work on our red team and our blue team and our forensics teams. Others are compliance experts. They know the legal and regulatory landscapes, and they provide that advisory. And so from that perspective, we're looking for people with the right attitude and the right enthusiasm, in addition to the technical skills. We have a lot of clients who are in the life sciences, pharma, and biotech. We also have a lot of clients who are in finance, because again, the regulatory needs that they have. But we don't have any specific vertical. We're very horizontal. We have customers across the spectrum. Really anybody that needs cybersecurity. We worked with a realtor in the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area. Initially, they were hit by ransomware, but after we cleared the ransomware off their computers, I said, well, you should probably do a scan and see what else was here. And the Chinese were very kludgy in their attempts to cover up the fact that they'd stolen this gentleman's entire customer database. And I thought to myself, why would the Chinese be interested in a real estate office in Wilkes-Barre-Scranton? So I asked the owner, I said, well, tell me about your customers. And he went through and he said, well, they're normal people. And I said, well, tell me about your high-end customers. And he said, oh, most of our high-end customers are executives in the oil fracking business. And that was the 1+1. That's why the Chinese were interested, because they wanted the secrets that the oil executives had about fracking, and they were using this real estate company as a means of gathering information, that social engineering I talked about, to be able to spearfish or target those oil executives. So starting Marine Cyber Command was an opportunity that came up in the summer of 2010, a little by accident. So all reservists, we have a deploy to dwell time is what we call the frequency between being mobilized and getting to be home. And the last time I was mobilized was in 2004, 2005. I went to Iraq. And so by 2010, the phone was ringing, and I'd gotten this phone call before. Hey, sir, good news, bad news? The good news is we're giving you a chance to volunteer. The bad news is if you don't, we're going to involuntarily recall you. So I chose option A, that I would volunteer. And the Marine on the phone said, we have this opportunity to go to Fort Meade and to start this thing called Marine Forces Cyber Command. So I said, that sounds like a great option. And as I mentioned earlier, it was probably one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had. I ended up being a cyber team leader. We were doing activities against high-value targets in the CENTCOM AOR. So CENTCOM is the Central Command. It's basically the Middle East. And we were looking for bad guys, and we were working with three-letter agencies and special forces, and I would brief General Alexander, who was Director NSA and Commander US Cybercom, and he would say, this is great, I'm going to go brief the Joint Chiefs and POTUS, President of the United States. And I would pinch myself and be like, who has this kind of job? This is like total cool. Now, my wife had to learn quickly, don't ask me about my day. So I would take a line from The Godfather, when Michael Corleone is asked by his wife about his business, and he would say, don't ask me about my business, Kate. And so I would have to say the same to my wife. She'd say, how was your day? Oh, good. How was yours? But really couldn't say much more.